What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, if you saw my quick under-minute video the other day saying that yes, LeBron James did get and sign a new 2-year extension with the Lakers, and I believe on that 30-year deal, he is going to have a player option, so he can return to the team if he wants to or not that final year. So it seems like at least the next 3 to 4 years he will be on the team. I believe he thinks that they're going to try to get Kyrie Irving or make some type of big trade. I just don't know, because I know they sent a proposal out to the Nets, including both of those future first-round picks, and apparently the Nets had already rejected it. So I think maybe you just have to go with that Indiana Pacers route, getting Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. I think overall depth, that could help you out to get 2 guys instead of just 1. But, who knows what's going to happen. It could be very interesting, but it could be very detrimental and end up ruining the Lakers' future in the process. But luckily, hopefully, Jeannie Buss is there to make sure that doesn't happen. Then the incoming USC quarterback, Malachi Nelson, obviously has been through a lot of drama and stuff so far, after visiting Texas A&M. But apparently, he just recently signed with Klutch Sports, who is owned by one of LeBron James's friends. And yeah, they usually do NBA, NFL players, but I believe this is the first time they've ever done a high school player. And of course, it's the LA market, but maybe they're still getting in connection with him because he could end up going to Texas as well, which is a big market also. So either way, they're just trying to get this kid as much money as they can, but hopefully that's in LA and not with Texas A&M for the future, because might end up losing a couple other prospects as well if he ends up going. Then the Lakers are officially retiring Pau Gasol's jersey right next to Kobe Bryant's. That's what Kobe Bryant foreshadowed a couple years ago for his passing, that he would be retired next to him, which is awesome. But yeah, I believe the date is March 7th, 2023, which I was hoping they might do it like on April 8th, because you get the 8 Kobe number, and then Gigi's number was 2 as well, but maybe they're not playing at home during that time, which sucks. But overall, can't wait for it to happen. Definitely well-deserved. Brought 2 championships to the Lakers, was almost able to bring 3 championships, is what it should have been. But overall, a great stint that he had with the Lakers, one of the Laker great bigs that they've had on their team, and definitely very excited for that date to come. Then Maximus Gibbs, one of the bigger, and I mean bigger, offensive linemen that USC has just entered the transfer portal. Excuse me. Apparently, I guess it looks like he wasn't going to be able to get any playing time, even as secondary guys coming off the bench. So decided to enter the portal, and looks like he might be going to Arizona, just because there's a lot of California guys out there that just recently went to the University of Arizona. So could happen, you never know. But he's always just a gigantic kid, and you always thought he could help you out really good in the run game. But if it came to helping out passing game as a guard, he might get eaten up just because he might not be quick enough. And he's worked really hard to get his weight down. He's lost a bunch of weight and even helped out last year. He wasn't playing offensive line, but he played defensive line where USC was struggling, and helped him out a bit there. But yeah, for some reason, just couldn't find a role officially and has decided to move on. So good luck to him, no hard feelings, and hope the best for him. Then some good news and some bad news, because I was very excited to see that a very top talented player coming from high school next year, a 5-star defensive end, Keon Keeley, he decommitted from Notre Dame, which is really big because the main head coach now for Notre Dame is a defensive coach. And for him to lose one of his top guys like that is very nice for one of my rivals. But apparently, even though USC was sort of, in the process of trying to get him before, I believe he is more leaning towards Alabama at this point, which of course sucks, because once again, it's just Alabama getting another very talented guy to stay on the bench for at least a year or 2, and then all of a sudden, once he starts playing in his 3rd year in college, he's already going to be a top first-round NFL prospect. So Yeah, it would suck if he ends up going to Alabama officially. You just never know because nothing is officially signed with any of these guys till December the earliest. So I have to wait and see, but definitely very happy that he's not going to Notre Dame anymore. And then Theo John, the ex-Duke player from last year, is probably going to play overseas. I believe he signed with a team in Finland. Don't know how long the deal was, but I know he was injured while trying to try out for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I guess he was able to get a contract out there instead of getting one in the G League or something like that this year. So congrats to him, and good luck to him, and I'm sure he'll be in the NBA soon. And yes, big news that reported like a couple videos ago that the Big Ten was almost done with this deal and didn't really know officially like the channels and stuff that they were all going to get for this big time deal. But yes, they supposedly got a $7+ billion deal done with multiple channels, which is pretty crazy. But yes, USC's new conference, they're going to be playing everywhere instead of just ESPN or Fox. It's going to be regular Fox channel and also CBS, NBC, Peacock, which is NBC's app, and then Fox Sports 1 as well. So they're used to that. So yeah, it'll be the first time that I've ever seen USC playing on CBS, except maybe one time during a bowl game. Other than that, yeah, I've never seen them play there. And NBC, you'll see them every other year or so when they put the Notre Dame game on there when they have to play there. So it won't be new, but it's definitely going to be very interesting and exciting to see what will happen. And they're very accessible because when USC was having to play their crappier games on that Pac-12 network, you'd always have to pay a little bit extra just to get a network you're only going to watch once a week and only during one part of the year. And so this point, it seems like they're going to be on the major channels, which is what I'm very happy about. So overall, it's a very big thing for USC. Then both LeBron James and Dwayne Wade apparently have been working on a documentary about the 2008 Olympic Dream Team, or Redeem Team as they called it. So it'd be cool to see a documentary about that and be able to see footage of Kobe Bryant, and hopefully they have interviews and stuff about that as well. Because they said it's already going to premiere in October, so they've been working on this for a while, and I never heard about it. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Definitely looking forward to that. And then when it comes to a 4-star defensive lineman, Edric Hill, I believe he moved up his commitment date to actually on my birthday this Monday, August 22nd. So he has USC in the running, top 5 school, I believe he has. So yeah, definitely hoping he picks USC. Very good, talented defensive line player. Always need defensive line players and offensive line players. So yes, USC has a chance to get him. Maybe because the other top guy might be going to Alabama, he might choose another school just because he doesn't want to be way down the depth chart. So USC could benefit getting either of those guys. So definitely looking forward to the best on my birthday on Monday. Then to finish off with a couple miscellaneous news. So Sum 41's main singer, songwriter, guitarist Derek Whibley has apparently sold off his publishing catalog, which basically you're kind of selling off the rights to a lot of your music that you created, a lot of your hits and stuff. But I know a couple of my bands recently did that. I know the Killers did that recently, and then also Tom DeLonge did that with his Blink-182 songs that he more majority owned. And I remember when he did that, I think Blink-182 song, like All the Small Things, was featured in like a Ford commercial or one of those car commercials pretty recently after that. So that's pretty cool if that happened for like a Sum 41 song. You never know. But yeah, overall, it's not that crazy. At some point, I think he will be able to own it again. I don't know how long the contract is for, but whoever bought it will now start making money off of that, whether it's sales or people buy songs or stream or whatever. It is those songs as of this point. But I know he has been working on a double album called Heaven and Hell, so he's already still making music, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to give up on music, because I know some people think this might be a retirement thing, but gotta strike money while it's hot. You never know when it's going to run out. So good luck to him. Then, yes, one of my favorite shows in the most recent history, The Boys, they are starting production on their season 4. Barely started within the last couple of days, so that's very exciting. Pretty sure it will be out hopefully early, if not mid 2023. So hoping for that. But yeah, it's one of the best captivating shows I've ever seen in most recent time. I know I haven't seen a lot of good television shows. I usually don't watch television shows just because if it's something close to an hour, which is what The Boys are, every episode I kind of, check out and start thinking and doing other stuff. But this kept me pretty good. As long as you stay till like the 4th episode. It sucks you have to say that, but they do so much world building and you're so not used to what you're seeing, asshole-ish type of superheroes and all this other crazy stuff happening. But yes, overall it is very awesome and a lot of crazy stuff does happen. So definitely looking forward to the next season. Then Mark Hoppus recently said that he knows everybody was hoping like some big anniversary or reunion thing was going to happen for their 30 year, something like that the other day. But he said it was pretty much just going to be what they did, the release of those Funkos, and it's pretty much it. But he did say in a recent interview that he would be up for anything when it comes to the future of Blink-182, just because he knows that when he was going through his cancer treatment or right before it, he did meet up with older members, Travis Barker and Tom DeLonge, all at once, and he said it was awesome just because it wasn't about anything else other than, his health, and it wasn't, angry or anything bad towards being in a band or anything like that. It was just, good old friends getting back together. So I'm sure it always ends up happening this where those guys, Mark Hoppus and Tom DeLonge, have to rekindle like that. And it just sucks that it has to be like during a life-threatening type of deal. But yes, overall, as of this second, Mark Hoppus is still cancer-free, which is awesome. So I'm pretty sure he still wants to continue to make music, which I believe he said he is still doing, demoing for Blink-182. It's just never knew who's going to be the front man. I always believed like a decade ago that when Tom DeLonge was thinking about leaving or did eventually leave, that if he were to pop in here and there for certain performances, this would be able to give the fans something and to make a little bit of money for himself. It would be pretty cool for him to do. So overall, definitely looking forward to that, and hopefully that does happen in the near future. And then to finish this off, New Found Glory's guitarist Chad Gilbert, remember me talking about him where he said that he was like not waking up or unresponsive when he was sleeping. His wife found him and they took him, rushed him to the hospital, and found out that something was weird, like up around his kidneys, like some type of tumor or something was keeping him from getting like his blood sugar up or, his blood pressure up as well, something crazy like that. So they had, intensive surgery, able to get it out. He was doing fine and has been on this concert tour, which I was able to see them pretty recently. But then all of a sudden, the other day, he was just having another surgery on his spine to get rid of another tumor, which they apparently took out 90+% or close to 100% of it away, except for a little bit that's still maybe in there. And he should be fine for now, but they're maybe hoping to blast it with something else to get the rest of that little bit off and officially gone. So yeah, it's been a pretty tough last couple years for the main guitarist and songwriter for New Found Glory, one of my favorite bands, and hopefully everything's good for him as of right now. But yeah, overall, just send hopes and prayers for him to make sure he makes a nice and speedy recovery, because we definitely still need New Found Glory around. It's been 20 plus years, almost 30 years, but we still need them around, because they even said years ago they want to be in their 70s and 80s still playing rock music, which is not all that crazy, because Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, they're all still doing it too. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Fight on.